dropshipping dead? Now, this has been a common question that seems to be going around. There's been a couple of YouTube videos on it by other channels, so I just wanted to throw in my personal opinion on the matter. So, I do think that in a large sense, dropshipping is actually dead. Now, do I think the business model itself is dead? No, but do I think the most common way people were previously doing it is dead? Yes. So what do I mean? The days of throwing up stores like let's just say Jay's Discount Store, or just these general unbranded, just they're just skeletons of stores that would actually get sales. Those days are just long gone. That doesn't work anymore. I'm honestly surprised that type of stuff ever did work, but at this point it just doesn't work at all. So that aspect of drop shipping, I guess you could say the lazy way of doing it, by just throwing up a skeleton with a piece of crap logo with no branding whatsoever, just complete general store with all this random junk in it, and that's just what most people were doing, and that just isn't really working anymore. And personally, I think it's a good thing that it's not working anymore, because what this is going to do is it's going to clear out a lot of the market share, a lot of the people that, well, just that aren't very good at actually creating brands and creating real stores. They're just going to slowly be pushed out of the market, which is going to leave more room for people that are actually willing to get good and willing to brand stores and willing to actually create a real legitimate looking market where people are actually going to want to buy from. So is dropshipping dead? Well, yes, it is, if you're only putting up piece of junk stores that just look like complete crap, that have no branding whatsoever. Then yes, that's most likely not going to work, and it probably will never work again. And as I said, I'm surprised that ever worked in the past. However, building out brands, building out branded stores, that still works just as good as ever before. And this is because when you have a branded store, people can't tell if you're drop shipping or not, and that doesn't even matter. All that matters is that you have a nice professional looking store with a brand that people can trust, so that way they will be comfortable buying from you. Now, if you ask yourself, would you be comfortable buying from one of these random unbranded stores? Why would you buy from one of these unbranded general stores when you can just most likely get a similar product on Amazon? And that's how most buyers are thinking now. They're like, am I going to buy from this sketchy looking store that I've never heard of before, or am I going to go buy a similar product on Amazon, which I know is going to be at my house in 2 days? So how do you make the drop shipping model work where the shipping time is so long? The only way that someone's going to buy your product over something from Amazon is if the branding is so strong that they feel like that your product is legitimately better, or that your brand just conveys like a uniqueness that they're not going to get from Amazon. And yes, there's also other factors, like sometimes people just want, they land on your page from an ad and they just want to buy it right away. It's just an impulse buy, and that does happen a lot of the time. But that happens less and less when your store looks like complete crap and there's no brand behind it whatsoever. So I don't want to ramble on and make this video 10-15 minutes long. So the whole point of this video is to stop doing these just general unbranded stores with no theme whatsoever, with crappy logos or no logo at all. Like, you have to actually create a legitimate brand, even if you're drop shipping. I think the biggest issue is people they get lazy. So with drop shipping, they get lazy because they don't have to hold their own inventory or order stock ahead of time. And that may seem like a good thing, but it's actually a detriment to most people, because it gets people lazy, and they think that, if they can go easy on that aspect of things, that they can pretty much half-ass the rest of the process, which is creating a brand and doing all that, and you just can't do that. So in summary, is dropshipping dead? yes, it is in the sense if you're creating general stores with no branding whatsoever. Now, does this mean that all general stores don't work? No, but they are a lot harder to brand than niche stores, which is why even in our course now we switched over to where we only teach niche stores, just because we think that that's better for branding purposes. Now, this doesn't mean that general stores don't work. It just means that they're harder to brand than a niche store, and stores that have no branding whatsoever just they don't work anymore. I'm surprised they ever did, but they definitely don't anymore. So if you're still throwing up stores like Bob's Discount House and stuff like that, you might as well just stop now and start creating a brand, because that's not going to work anymore. So that's it for this video, and I'll see you in another one.